All right, Shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. Today, I might as well title this lesson Esau. Because this is the embodiment of this man. As you can see the article, it reads, and this is from futurism.com, and it reads, paralyzed man playing first person shooter using brain implant. So as you can see, this is more chip talk. And this is just further proves he saw the so-called white man. The first thing you do, you've been paralyzed. The first thing you do, you have some form of freedom. You want to get the sensation of shooting them. You know what I mean? It said, I can now aim with my thoughts. A paralyzed man says he can now play first-person shooters like Battlefield 6 using a Neuralink brain implant. I can now aim with my thoughts, wrote Rob Greiner, who was paralyzed from the shoulders down, in a post on X this Tuesday with video of his gameplay. It says using a combination of a mouth-operated controller designed for quadriplegic called the Quad Stick and Neuralink's implant, which is a brain-computer interface, Griner is able to move his character in the world and look freely around, aim at enemies with his weapon of choice and open fire. So we see where the momentum is heading towards, man. It's clear now where we at in this process. The mark of the beast is the microchip. Let's get something real quick. You see where the momentum is heading towards. Second 9 and 5, it reads, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And we know that it's really only a few prophecies left. And one of those major prophecies is the implementation of that mark. As we see this technology continue to increase, the system is following right behind it. You see, everything has really become more digital. When the last time you went to Alabama Power to pay a bill? Everything is online. When the last time you had to, a lot of people don't even go, when you go shopping, they go shopping online. Whether if a motherfucker can't fit something, they just send it back and then they get the right, So we at the end because things are being made clear and obvious in what it is. That this digital system is the next big thing. But in that show you that that's going to be an end too, because that prophecy of the mark of the beast is going to have its time, and then after that, the destruction, man. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick concerning that. St. Matthew 24. St. Matthew 24, verse 29, and reads, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. So as you can see, immediately after the tribulation, then the destruction will come. So it's going to get a point in time where this is going to be a law. It's going to be a decree to have that impact, for you to come and go. As we see now, they pitching it as a form of convenience, and in this case, a nigga want to play a video game. But it's going to be a requirement for your daily life. You going to need that thing. What's that? Revelation, the 13th chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that because it goes into those miracles. Revelation 13 and 14, it says, "And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which ye have power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they shall make an image unto the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live." And that's the revival of the Roman Empire. But you can see those miracles. That's this man and his technology. And is really that his tech is really his military technology, man. Look, this man and his the technology that he possessed, it ultimately is it brings forth danger, violence. It's a side effect, whether from radiation or but just going back to those miracles, that's this man and his technology, and the people have been wooed by it, man. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So this system, this system is about to tighten down, man. Cause they killed part a sensor that shows you when the crown came, the C-19. And your comings and going, it was a certain requirement. To enter certain establishments, you had to have a mask and proof that you took the jab. Depending on what region you was in, you couldn't work. Your children had to, take it in a sense. For those, unless you didn't do those things, you was asked out. You was barred from this store. You couldn't go into this establishment. So how much more when everything got to go through that chip? From a nigga getting a bag of chips to a nigga want to get a black and mild, he got to have a chip for that. Even up to you trying to get a loan, apply for a job, the chip is required. It says, "He caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." See? And that mark is a physical mark. That's not new. Because you still believe in Christmas. That's part of it in a sense, of worshiping the beast. But you receiving that mark, that's going to cement your allegiance with this devil when you take that chip. When you go into the law of the all, Exodus 21, you making your stance that you love your master. You're going to serve him for all the days of your life once you receive that all. So that's what we are seeing, you know. But that's crazy. That got this nigga paralyzed. And the first thing he want to do was play a damn shooting game. It's not song. Look at this. Psalms 140. Psalms 140 verse 8 it reads, "Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked." And his desire is to implement this new world order. That's what this man want to do. He want to implement this new world order with this system, and it requires that chip, this digital system. Everybody's on this grid, credit systems, full control. That's in this nigger plans, man. It says, "Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves, Salah." And it said, "Further not his wicked device," and that's, of course, his plan. But this man device literally leads to a device in a modern sense. There's no coincidence. The word device is associated with technology in this lifetime. Hey, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. That incorruptible spirit is in all things. So just this definition of device being changed into something technological in this time, that show you, man, everything's right on schedule. Because the Lord is not going to further his device. Once this chip is implemented, as we read in St. Matthew the 24th chapter, is only for a certain period of time, then the destruction is going to come, man. Matter of fact, we'll end off on this in the book of Job 20. Because that's a sick guy, man. Let's see, on Job 20, and I'll just get to the point, verse 23. It reads, "When he is about to fill his belly." See, and that's him fulfilling his desires. Those thoughts, those plans, those thoughts, he thought he was going to actually carry it out. He thought that he was actually going to, crown his enterprise a success. It says, "When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast a fury of wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating." And we just read that in St. Matthew 24th chapter. Immediately after the tribulation, that's when the sun shall be darkened. So yeah, because this devil, when he said when he's about to fill his belly, that's him when he really trying to lock the earth down in the sense of, chipping people. He think he's going to actually fulfill his plan, man. Because people will get chipped, beheaded. But guess what? The Lord's going to disrupt this man when World War III comes. It says, matter of fact, let me continue. It says, "He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through." What's that concerning? The missiles. "It is drawn and come up out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword coming out of his gall. Terrors are upon him," and that's those missiles coming out of those silos. This is what's going to end this man's plan. This is what's going to disrupt this man, and what he's trying to do. But as you can see, just to the point of brain chips and, this digital system that's coming about, we here, man. And the only thing we do is just hope the Lord keep us, in these times. So yeah, I just hold to edify. I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Racha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Let's teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.